Alright, so coming here on this Chevy Wildcat convertible, working on these doors. So what I got here, guys, is just surface rust. And here and in here. I got seam sealer in here, so I'm going to get all of this out. I'm going to put new seam sealer in there since it was there already. I won't be seam sealing this at the bottom. You can't see over there. So I'm just coming in with my die grinder. And it just seems to clean up the metal to me better than like a grinder or anything. It might take a little longer, but it does a much better job. Alright, so that's the tip I was using at first. I'm going to come in with this second die grinder. I got two different tips on it. This other one is a much smaller tip here. And it's just really going to get in here and eat this up for me here. I already oil my parts, guys. You want to oil your parts up every day. Alright guys, so before I clean that up any better, I wanted to stop and just come in and show you here. See, where the seam sealer was, it's no rust, but towards the outside of that seam sealer, I got a rust line. That's why I wanted to come in and clean this up. So I'm going to clean this all up to bare metal, and then I'm going to re-seam seal this again. And then when I scuff this, I let it sit overnight, then I come in and scuff this, and it'll all be ready to be jammed. And I'll take you through those processes too. I don't know if it's in this video or the next video, but I'm going to finish cleaning the rest of this up. But I just wanted you to see how that rust sits around that edge. That's why I clean these parts up like I do. And I already poured 15 all inside the inside of the doors here, so well protected, guys. So now I got that all cleaned up. It's not no sharp edge there, but the reason they had the seam sealer in here, guys, is because of this lip here and the crack here. Make sure no water get in there. So I'm going to come through on the back side. I'm going to just put tape on here. I'm going to sand this edge just a little bit. And then I'm going to put tape on here. I'm going to put tape across here because I don't want the seam sealer to get on none of the paint here. So I'm going to come through and finish this up. I'm going to look at the other side, the other corner, and see if the other corner needs the same thing or not. Sorry guys, so this other corner, they didn't have seam sealer in here from the factory, but I am going to seam seal this corner up here, and I'm going to put a little seam sealer right in that area there, but I'm going to leave the rest of this lip the way it is. And of course, back in 1970, they didn't use a lot of seam sealer, so I will leave these. This is all original. I'm going to leave both corners on the bottom, but I am going to close this up here on top. I'm going to seam seal that the way this other side was seam sealed for this crack here, which that didn't bend over. That's the reason they didn't seam seal that. And then in here, if you can see, I still got to get in there, clean a little bit more of the rust out in there, then I can seam seal these corners up, guys. Then also, guys, I'm going to be looking around, like here, I got rust here. I'm going to clean that up. I'm not going to seam seal it. The rest of this door looks really good, but any rust that I see, I'm going to get rid of, guys. And I will be pulling, I'm going to be pulling the door, oh, that just seemed like that's too much play right there. The roller don't even roll. But I will be pulling the door hinges off here too, guys. And then when I pull the door hinges off, around where this sit, I tape that up because I want the door hinges, and then around this area too where it goes on the body, on each side of the body, the hinge and the body, I clean this up here, and I won't paint in this area. Might put a little grease in there, but that way I'm making sure that the door is grounded. Even though these doors are not powered, it's not something I really need to think about, but I will keep it where everything will ground out, guys. All right, so I'm gonna come in, like I said, with the tape. And try not to get my hand all on the part where the seam sealer is gonna go. Because, but I could always wipe it down with some, I could always wipe it down with the grease and wax remover. But it's all cleaned up, and if I can get away without touching everything, that's just better for me. So I'm going to tape up both sides, and then I'm going to come through and seam seal it up. I just don't want no extra seam sealer getting through. That wasn't a good cut down the middle, but it'll work. I just don't want seam sealer getting on the paint, guys. So I'm going to seal both sides up, and then I'll come through and seam seal it up. Alright, so always with the seam sealer here, you want to have it down to bare metal. And then what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to let a little run out. If you see up there top, let a little run out, make sure it's all blended. I don't like wasting too much of that, but you want it, make sure it's blended. So I want that seam sealer to get up in there really nice. And then right here, I want to squirt that seam sealer in there, and that should be just enough. And I'm going to use my finger and seal this up. Alright, so I don't like using gloves on this because to me it seems like the gloves don't let this stuff spread out the way I want it. So I like to just come in here barehanded, and I just want to seal this off, guys. Just want to seal this off. Now whoever did it the day they worked, they didn't smooth it out. They just had it all in there thick the way you seen it at first. But now that's sealed off pretty good there, guys. And do the other side. Guys, so before this harden up, I don't really need to wait to pull that tape off of there. I just didn't want to get no farther than where I wanted it to be. So it's not going to hurt to pull the tape off right away, and you most definitely don't want it to get hard and dry on there. Alright guys, so like I said, I pulled the tape off of there right away. That looks better than the way the factory had it. The rest of these doors, guys, for the 70 Wildcat is really, really nice. Normally I have to do patch panels in this area sometime, but this door is going to be just fine. So, and then that side there, I think they should have had seam seal. If I would have been paying attention, I'd have put a little bit more right there. But when I put the what am I trying to think of? The body, the weather stripping or this seal in there, I might correct that and just going to seam seal that up. But they didn't have the seam seal, and rain shouldn't really be in there, and you know, I'm not really going to be driving this car too much in the rain, but I will tell you guys, I will drive this car in the rain. I'm not going to be scared to get caught in the shore and get caught out in the convertible. It will be out. The wife will be driving it, or me. I'm not one of those guys that worry about all of that. That's why I try to take care of everything now where I'm not worried about the rain. Like I say, it's all been port 15 in there. It's looking really, really nice, guys. So, all right.